Welcome to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. For more than 25 years, I've been telling you about a place that love and compassion built.
And now we invite you to see and experience it as you join us for this very special hour.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital presents For the Life of a Child.
The fight against cancer and other catastrophic diseases is always an uphill battle. And when we win, it's a cause for celebration, as we see in this story.
Brian McAllister is one of the fortunate children at St. Jude because his disease is in remission, which means that for now, there are no signs of cancer in his body. Brian and his parents have come a long way since that day 2.5 years ago, when their family doctor told them that Brian had leukemia.
I thought he was going to die.
We thought death. There's no doubt about it. He said Brian has leukemia, and the next thing you have to do is you have to get right away, get on a plane, and go up to Memphis. And there, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital will treat him.
At St. Jude, Brian was diagnosed as having acute lymphocytic leukemia, a form of cancer that the hospital was well acquainted with.
Brian's doctor, Rivera, came to me, and he told me, he says, we know exactly what Brian has, and he described it, and he said, we know exactly how to treat it.
Dr. Rivera immediately started Brian on an intense chemotherapy program, and 6 weeks later, Brian went into remission. He was cancer-free, and he has stayed that way for 2.5 years. But it has meant continuous chemotherapy treatments.
It's a very painful disease. It's a very tiring treatment. I couldn't be more proud of him. He is so strong, and it's funny because his strength has made David and I strong.
I think they're all covered in.
Like I said, if anybody ever asked me, the bravest man I know, it's my son.
Because Brian has successfully fought off the leukemia for so long, today, Dr. Rivera is able to give the family the good news they've been waiting for.
As of today, we will only check him every so often, periodically, but no further chemotherapy will be given at this time, okay?
Brian has decided we'll have a coming off chemo party, a big celebration. He's worked for it. He's worked so hard for it.
We're gonna have a big celebration because they've been so nice to all of us, and they've helped us to learn not to be afraid.
There's always that possibility that Brian could relapse one day, which would mean that he would have to go back on the therapy. So leukemia is something that's a lifetime fight.
Hey. Oh, come on, Brian.
I don't know. I don't have that much breath. I'm just a kid.
You're just a kid, okay.
I wonder who would help us without St. Jude's. I wouldn't know what to do without it.
Children like Brian are depending on you. Please, make that call.
Now, that's the kind of story I like to see, a success. So, Brian, if you're off treatment, where do you have to come back to the hospital?
For a couple of back sticks.
A couple of back sticks? Oh, the back sticks, that shows that there's no leukemic cells in your blood? Is that what that does?
Well, we come back for treatment. The first year you come back every 4 months after therapy stopped, and you come back for a bone marrow and spinal to see if they're still in remission. Then the next year you come back every 6 months to the hospital for a checkup, and then that next year off therapy you come back just once a year.
Is that what you were going to say?
No, I was going to say something different.
Well, what were you going to say?
I was going to say that God saved me because I was near to death, and if it would not been for him and you building this hospital, so I would have never been like this. Thank you for building the hospital.
You're welcome. God bless you.
Just a minute ago, Brian gave us this little picture he drew of the hospital. Thank you, Brian. It's a terrific picture. It's a thank you gift from Brian for all that St. Jude Hospital has done for him. But really, this picture is much more yours than ours, because it's your caring and giving that's made it all possible.
Help bring more smiles like Brian's. Come on, make that call.